Well. As we start this show, you might be asking, Isaac, what the hell are you doing in the Druth spot? Well, I'm going to tell you this here and now. As you might have known, Drew made an insane trade this morning. Printed over $2,000 on Bitcoin this morning. All right. He went to the dealership and he put a down payment on a sports car, and he wrapped it around the tree. So the Druth is dead, but today we have some crazy news for you. We have the world coming to an end as Bitcoin flash crashes all the way down to $92,000 as we research and see if we're going to pump back up or not. And we also have the government shutting down. So that's just absolutely fabulous. Did they BitBoy Drew? I don't know. Adam, Isaac, you're lucky you're not Owen. I guess I gotta be lucky then. He bought a sports car, Willis, and he wrapped it around a tree. Anyways, thank you all these beautiful people in the BitLab fam that's coming in now. We have Peter John, Coins Chick, shout out, Cali Crypto Dude, Willis, Jay, Nicole Ministator, Val, Adam, Big Hands Dan, Deucey Does Crypto, Flex the North, Papa Gooth, Bad Fox, all the peoples. Anyways, we're going to be taking a look at this Bitcoin today. We're sitting right now at $96,818 as we sit right now. And boy, howdy, things are looking a lot better than they did yesterday. What kind of car? I don't know. All I know is it was a sports car. It was pretty nice. But again, $96,775 as we are moving closer and closer to that $98,000 level. I'm going to turn this off so I don't get distracted here. Anyways, we have Merry Christmas to everybody. Bitcoin is on a major discount today. And we got a little bit of a, I want to say this was a head and shoulders. Just kidding. We have a Christmas tree made out of Bitcoin from its pump up to $108,000 all the way down to this $94,000 level. Now, what else do we got going on here? Also, we should have Piano Matty B coming up soon. Isaac, you off Drew and take over? Yeah, something like that. Just in from Watcher Guru, another what is that number? That's a big number. $680 million liquidated from the cryptocurrency market in the past 12 hours. So we have some major pullbacks on altcoins and especially Bitcoin today. We're going to look at the top losers of today. We got CRV, Pudgy Penguins down, Aptos down, Pepe down, Uniswap down, Optimism down 11%, Dog with Hat, Phantom, all of these. Well, let's take a look at the top gainers of today. We have Hyperliquid. So I had to do a little bit of a deep dive into Hyperliquid, and basically it's its own little DEX. I'm not really sure what chain it's on because I didn't get that far. But up 200, up 25% on the day alone. On the 7 day, 71%. This was the biggest mover of today. So that was pretty interesting. What else we got going on? I gotta refresh this here. We have Movement up 12% on the day. Virtual's Protocol up 5% on the day, almost 5% on the day. Sui up 3% on the day. Concoin, all these others. Well, let's take a look. So people were asking before we start the show. Isaac is Drew's kid. Yeah, I was adopted. Yeah, Merry Christmas to this great family. Much love. Thank you, Nicole Ministator, for the super chat. Much appreciated. You sound very disappointed over there that it's me, Quarter Crawler, and it's not the Druth. So I don't know how to take that. I'm gonna take it as a compliment for now. All right. But so today, for those of you asking, some people asked, or what was his name? Papa Gooth asked me before we started, what did I buy? I bought Bitcoin today. I bought about $130 worth of Bitcoin today. And then I also bought Aerodrome around $1.40. I bought $100 worth of Aerodrome. Let me know in the chat, what did y'all buy today? I want to see what y'all bought today. And it's going to be, did you buy any Solana, Base? Just tell me what you bought today. I am interested in what you bought. No, Druth, I want my money back. Don't worry about it. He's dead. Okay, I'm having a great time up here. First time hosting, you know. It's not like my heart's racing out of my chest, right? So, you know, we're gonna see what else we got over here. We have this from Gordon, Altcoin Gordon. I know you're down 6 figures today, but I thought maybe we could go to IKEA. There's a new coffee table, and I want to check it out. So, I know I'm not the truth, but I'm gonna speak on his behalf. We were talking earlier about how his wife is lovely Tia buys a lot off of Amazon, and that how mainly all of his fiat goes to Amazon, and this is the exact way he was gonna sum it off until he died in that amazing crash. Also, shout out my dads in the chat. I told him that I was gonna have to be hosting. I didn't buy anything today. I need to buy my children's presents for Christmas and have not extra money. That's why you gotta sell when you're up, and then when you're down like this, you reaccumulate. Points check. Isaac shot Drew from a slopey roof. Now that did not happen. I told you he crashed his supercar into a tree. Okay, it is not my fault. But enough hearing from me. We have our special guest, our one and only Piano Matty B in the wing. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring him up and see what he got going on. Piano Matty B, how are you doing today?
Holy smokes, you're helming the wood there. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going pretty good. You know, I didn't expect to be, you know, this was very last minute to have to host it while, you know, Drew's dead, wrapped around a tree.
Are you running the board as well?
I'm running the board. I'm doing it all, man. But
one man show.
Oh yeah, it's been a fast moving day so far. But Bitcoin, man, $92,000 back up to 97,000 in just a short amount of time. What do you take about this?
Well, you know, December's a weird one because like you have end of year for some businesses, families, personal. So you have a little bit of rebalancing going on, and you know, some people are just taking profits because it's Christmas, right? So there's it's a real shit show in December, and then the worst part about it is that it goes into almost like a boring consolidation until maybe the second, third week of January. I'm thinking, like, again, I hope I'm wrong and we're just completely volatile through the break and then into January. But historically, these are some of the things that happen. So I'm not looking for a lot of the best case scenario for most people would be to go on vacation right now, and then wherever you go, you have no internet. So you're like, oh man, I want to check the price. I want to check this. I want to check that. You just can't. And then you come back 3 weeks later, essentially nothing's changed. But within those 3 weeks, we will have ups and downs, you know, where people lose their mind. I've been fielding texts all morning from people losing their mind, you know, because a lot of people aren't used to a dip. They got in at, say, like, I don't know, 75. And then they're financial geniuses because it just kept on going up, right? From 75 all the way to 108. And then now it's back down. They're like, oh my God, I made a horrible mistake. So they're second guessing themselves.
Yeah.
Are people losing their minds down there in Georgia?
Yeah, definitely. Every day I come into the office when the price is down and I just get, Isaac, what did you do to the market? I go home from work and my dad's like, what did you do to the market? You crashed everything. And it's not much of, the only person I know who was very down bad from this entire pullback is Josh. Josh put in like 40K into the Arkham token, and that's down quite a bit. But other than that, I was happy to see the blood in the streets. I bought Bitcoin, I bought Aerodrome. But did you buy anything from this massive dip?
You know what? My bags have been packed Bitcoin wise. I got in. The last thing I bought was MicroStrategy just because I had some dry powder in an old dusty TFSA, a tax-free savings account up in here in Canada, just sitting there doing nothing. Well, maybe I'll get one of these TARD-FI stocks like MicroStrategy and just, I don't know, maybe she'll go up endlessly with Bitcoin. And of course, it did go up immediately. And now she's down. So being the funny thing about that TFSA is that was like my first foray into buying stocks, like way back. So I'm just used to it being underwater. So the fact that it's underwater now is no big deal because, again, it's about time horizons, low and long, right? So
Yeah.
I look out. That's what I've been telling everyone that's been freaking out. It's like, just shut your phone off and we'll talk in 2027, 28.
Yeah, we're here playing the long term game. We're not looking. Not everybody's looking for these quick money grabs, but obviously,
have you got your family and friends into crypto this past year?
Yeah. So basically, the only reason I'm in crypto actually is because my dad got introduced to crypto from some friends from church. So he got me into here, and that's how I ended up. Luckily I got in here. That was a life changer. But I have a bunch of friends who do ask me all the time. They're like, "How do I get into crypto? What are you buying? What are you looking at? And how are you, like, how do you handle the markets when they go up and down so violently?" So I do have a bunch of people who ask me for like advice. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, but I will do my best to.
Story.
Yeah,
how did you wind up going through the front doors of Discover Crypto? Like, how did you come to be? Let's hear your origin story.
So me and my dad one day had a assumption that Kelly was Kelly from Bit Lab Academy, all the lab people in the chat, I see y'all. That he was streaming out of this building. So we decided to just show up and see what was the hype about and see if we could get inside. Obviously the doors are locked, but Easy and Justin let us in. And we talked for a while.
Were you just like knock on the window or what?
Yeah, we were just knocking on the door. We pulled up and we're knocking on the door for a little bit, and then they ended up letting us in. We talked to them for a while. Yeah, DZ and Justin.
Shit, it's DZ.
Yeah, no, it's Discover Crypto. He just let us in. But we ended up getting a tour of the entire place, and I met Kelly, and I ended up with a internship. So that was pretty cool. And then now I'm working full time. So it's been life-changing. Definitely blessed to be here and around all these amazing people. You know,
that's my origin story. When you were coming up to the doors of Discover Crypto with your dad, was the intention of maybe working here or interning, or were you just coming to meet the boys?
We were just coming to see if we could meet Kelly and see what was going on. We were interested in crypto and wanted to see if we would be able to talk to anybody. I had no intentions of getting a job or anything like that. It just so happened that I ended up working here now. So that was really cool. I'm still like bamboozled by the whole fact.
Now, this might be a silly question, but like, I would think that in the Georgia area or wherever you guys are, there would be lots of people wanting to, work / intern at Discover Crypto. Is that incorrect?
It's not entirely incorrect. I just think there's not a lot of there's still not a huge amount of interest in crypto and in the media sector. I know a bunch of college kids would die for internships like this. So.
Yeah, I would think that you would it would be a deep pile of people wanting to work and get experience. Well, good for you for doing that. That's a good lesson. That you want something, you just go and F and grab it, right?
Yeah, it was definitely interesting. It was definitely a life changer as well.
And you knew nothing about trading?
Nothing at all. I came in here, and my first day interning here, they threw me here on the basement on the couch, and they're like, "Tell us about your crypto journey." And I was like, I just bought a couple things, and I told them I didn't own any ADA, and they yelled at me for it. And here we are.
Wow.
But I got a question for you. So obviously you're up in Canada, right? And we have this government shutdown that's imminent. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's pretty wild watching what's going on in the States from here, because we're in a cuckoo's nest as well here, because we have a complete retard at the helm named Justin Trudeau. So it's like, I'm not coming from a place of superiority by any means. In fact, I understand most of your pain, because we are the original pain sufferers up in here under this regime. So to me, I've never been more bullish on what can happen in America, in the US, and dare I say the government, because never in my whole life have I seen such a dream team been put together. Like it's literally my dream team. And I know, like, there's like everyone in this bubble kind of, we all think alike, and we're all happy that these people, but I couldn't have dreamed of more people like Tulsi Gabbard,
Yeah.
Elon Musk, Vivek, that Cash Patel, Bobby Kennedy. Like, I remember listening to, I don't know if you remember, this was a few months ago. Bobby Kennedy was doing his little resignation almost.
Yeah.
And he was doing that live stream, and I thought to myself, I was driving, and I had to pull over. I was with Duke in the back, and he's like, "What's going on, Dada?" Like, this is one of the most historic live streams I've ever seen. And the first thing I thought was, how is YouTube even allowing this on? Because YouTube's, it was such a, you know, it still is. It's like we haven't gotten out of the censorship quicksand yet. I feel like we're gaining a little bit of momentum, but we're not there yet. And I think if anything can propel us into a future that's maybe more bright than the past 4 years, it's this dream team. Now, at the same time, as soon as I get bullish on anything, I tend to take the contrarian side. I'm like, always beware of the white knights coming in to save you, you know. And to a certain degree, I believe that they're all white knights coming in to save the American government from basically bankruptcy, because they've been so incompetent for so long that, I mean, I guess when you're in the fiat blood money regime, you can make all the mistakes in the world, and you just print more money. You never get fired. You never go to jail. It's just insanity. So to see that slightly tick the other way, I couldn't be more happy, even though I'm stuck in Canada. But you know, I've seen like Trump saying that Canadians can become Americans, and they're going to do all these incentives. Now, if you were to talk to the people that love Trudeau, they would be all offended, right? But for me, I like to function on you know, a meritocracy, and if it's better for the individual, and if the individual can prosper, the family can prosper, the nuclear family can get better by becoming part of America rather than Canada. I mean, all the power to everyone. I mean, the change happens slowly, then all of a sudden, right? So maybe this is the transition the great transition we have to live through,
and the great transition that everybody's been desperately waiting for. I know I'm definitely excited for this new administration, with even with the talks of Canada being the 50, like part of Canada being a 51st state of the United States. That's just even crazy talk.
I actually like it, you know, because I've done a lot of gigs down in the States, and it's always hell.
Yeah.
You know, all the red tape to play. You basically, you know, you don't get paid, or like, I've gone down there and done gigs at festivals where I didn't get paid, and I still got held up at the border. So it's just silly. It's more on our end than your end, actually. It's easier to get into America than it is to get back to Canada.
Yeah. It's definitely crazy. Again, most of this is still like absolutely surreal. So it's just, January 20th cannot come any faster though. You see, today we had the $1.2 billion sent to Ukraine as like a final care package for them.
Come on.
Yeah. It's been nuts. Like,
is there a tally? Do you know what the tally is of the money that was sent to Ukraine? Is it over 200 billion?
I believe so. I think it's closer to 600, 700 billion.
So they could have bought the existing supply of Bitcoin and then had a bunch of change for whatever, and then still sent the rest to Ukraine if they wanted to.
Yeah, if they wanted to, but they decided just to send it all to Ukraine and fund both sides of the war. You know, it's insane. Again, I'm ready for this new administration to kind of start slowly changing things.
Yeah, it feels like this purgatory between him being elected and January 20th couldn't come faster, because it's like, I've never noticed this, and correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I was just tuned out in 2020, but I didn't realize that little moat between the incumbent and inauguration, they could do what they wanted to screw up the administration coming in. And I feel like that's what they're doing. They're just like kind of a bunch of loser cheaters trying to F up as much as they can before Trump takes his seat.
I mean, that's what it seems like. You have Elizabeth Warren, or I think it was Elizabeth Warren or Nancy Pelosi. Either one of them, either one of those crazy people that we don't like, trying to get Elon, I'm trying to think of what it was. I can't remember. She had this whole message to Elon and Trump's team about what he can and can't do. You had the representative from I can't remember that either. Gosh, it's just my brain's I haven't done it before. Yeah, they seem very butthurt.
It's the first time in their whole career that they've ever had to dealt with this strange concept called democracy. And in theory, it is the power of the people making the decisions. And all of a sudden, they have this mechanism via X to democratize what's going on, and they're so offended. Oh, it can't function like this. We can't go on with this type of representation. This is actually the people making the decisions. We don't want that. We need a small little group in a concentric circle making the decisions for everyone, win or lose, good or bad. We will be the ones making the decision. It's scary.
Yeah, it is really scary. But again, I could keep preaching it from the rooftops. January 20th cannot come any faster.
What are your odds on the strategic Bitcoin reserve?
I would say it's a very high likely that it's going to be completely put into place, and a bunch of states are putting it into place as well already. Even other countries are putting it in place. So as you can just see the adoption of Bitcoin taking place, and it's been it's really cool, and I think we have a very high chance that it's going to be backing the dollar officially.
Hopefully, can I do a little shout out here to Scotty Mo?
Yeah, go ahead.
Scotty Mo with a $5 super chat. Catch P and Matty B every weekday at 9 a.m. Eastern for the best TA in the biz. Thank you for the super chats.
Amen to that.
Keep these channels aboard.
I appreciate it. That was amazing. I gotta say, you are one heck of a piano player. And shout out Scotty Mo for that $5 super chat again. But I appreciate you coming on here. And
Thanks for having me.
It was great talking to you. I feel like it was my first time having a full conversation with the piano man. So
you did great.
Thank you. And for people who don't know, where can people find you?
Every morning, Monday to Friday at 8 a.m. CMT, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, I do a video production, technical analysis. Dare I say, some of the most darn accurate TA in the past little bull run that I've ever seen, really. And then we do a little live stream at the end, and we get a little more deeper into the eyes, the dotted I's and the cross T's of the deeper technical analysis, Monday to Friday.
Oh, yes. Well, again, I appreciate you coming on, and it is very accurate. I can say that it's very accurate. So I wouldn't call that a stretch at all. It was great talking to you, man.
Have a great afternoon.
Yeah, you too.
Everybody.
Wow. Like always, Piano Matty B, one of the best in the business here. And the dead man might be talking to me, but no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So we're going to get into the rest of the news here. We have Michael Saylor saying, time to book a trip to Mar-a-Lago. Now, I have a question for you. First of all, I'm gonna read this chat a little bit. Stacey Lewis, Isaac behaved more professionally when he is in that seat. Yeah. I could still be unhinged though, okay? Don't even worry about that. But again, so Michael Saylor booking a trip to Mar-a-Lago. If you had, it doesn't matter how much money you had. If you were to plan a trip to go anywhere, where would you go? Would you go somewhere in country in the United States? Would you go out of the country? Where would you go if you had the money to do so? And Bitcoin. Just say Bitcoin because, Michael Saylor, the Bitcoin man himself. Let me know in the chat. Me personally, I would probably go Bali. Probably Bali. Or Bora Bora. I heard Bora Bora is amazing. The water in the ocean is completely clear and it has some of the best spots that you can even go to. And we're going to be moving on here. Whales buying Bitcoin every time sellers panic in a dip. Big Tip Shark saying he's going to go to Mars. Adam Bombetti saying you're going to go to Fiji. Finland. Those are some great choices. I'm not going to lie. Willis, where is Drew actually? Okay. Fine. I'll tell you where the truth is. He is alive. The truth is alive. Okay. He went to go get lunch, and he had to get his oil changed, and it's taken him forever to do this, okay? It's taken him, he said he was going to be here 26 minutes ago. It has almost been a half an hour, and he is still not here. So, yeah, he went to go get his oil changed. He's alive, okay? And he's just picking up some food, and he's going to be on his way back. He has his son with him today. He has Bronson with him today. So, spending time with his son, and I don't blame him for it. If I had a son, I'd spend all the time. Okay, back to the sellers. This is whales buying every time sellers panic in a dip. Just like I did today when I bought Bitcoin in the morning. Let's go back to this Bitcoin chart and see where we're sitting. We're sitting at 97, so we broke $96,000. And we're up at $97,000 now. So that is absolutely amazing. Let's see, what else do we have here? We didn't have so much Bitcoin news today. Just say he's trading. Brad Drew said he did not set me up. He might have set me up. Okay, I don't know if he actually set me up, but if he did set me up, I'm gonna have a serious conversation to him when he gets back in here. I want him to march in. If he's in this office right now, Drew, if you're listening, I want you to get in here and explain yourself. Why did you set me up? Anyways, we're gonna be moving on. We didn't have a lot of Bitcoin news, so we're gonna be moving on to a little bit of other news. We have this from Linkto General H Bar I. Yes. The Chainlink and Link token has officially joined ETH and Bitcoin and becoming one of the first publicly traded tokens on the NASDAQ. Oh my gosh. Look who it is. Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll just chill here.
You want to chill here?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Look what the cat brought in.
Holy God.
It's the truth.
Dude. A 5-minute oil change turned into an hour and 15 minutes. Holy shit.
I know. It's nuts. And I've been sitting up here like I've been drinking pre-workout, Drew.
I have had so much fun watching you host the show. You're doing a great job, man.
Thank you. But my heart, it hurts, man.
I know.
It's like I took some of your Total War pre-workout.
Yeah.
But like times
give me
6.
that.
You want this? Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
and give me the spoon. Here, I need my spoon.
Here's your fork and here's your cup.
Thank you.
Here's all of this.
Dude, that was insane.
I know.
I'm a late biatch, as Willis Wilsford says. Today's been kind of fun, though. This is the best trading day I've ever had.
Oh, no.
The best trading day I've ever had. Finally getting close. So I started the process. I wanted to start trading with like $400. Went up to like $2,500. I was like, awesome. And then getting a little risky. Got slapped all the way back down to $400. Now we're sitting just under $5,000. I'm halfway to my $10,000 goal. Really, how I look at it is if I can just trade with a $10,000 bag, earn, 20% on that bag, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, that ends up turning into actual income. So I've had a lot of fun. It's been a hell of a ride. I'm halfway to the overall goal. And really what I wanted to impress upon, like when I'm talking about this, first of all, you guys aren't paying attention to my Discord. And I've been telling everyone all the trades, but the overall approach, I'm momentum trading right now. So the momentum waves on the Fu Manchu Cypher B, they go down into the deep blue. You get a green dot on the 1 minute or the 5 minute. And there you go. So the bottom end of this, you see those green dots at the bottom end of the blue wave. What I do is I look for the green dots on a deep blue wave correction. I'll put the trade in, and then usually those end up with just a momentary upswing. And then I put the stop loss in enough profit to cover the trade. So I literally am getting stopped out of 3 out of 4 trades that I'm putting in. But all it takes is the one to tick up, and then I'm cooking on up from the upside. And honestly, it turned into fireworks this morning. I got in along at about $92,600. I did recently close 75% of the position, but I still have a little bit of it going. Probably going to leave it as like a momentum or a memento and see if I can take profits at $190,000 maybe, just to be ridiculous about it.
Just to be ridiculous. I mean, you said you put your stop or your take profit at $200,000.
Well, I was thinking like 190 might be more reasonable, but it is currently set at $200,000. What's up, Bronson? Got my boy with me here today. We went also, so I had the oil change and I had to go get burgers for the boy. Okay, so
Left me here.
yeah, dude, you were holding it down, man. You're doing great.
I had a whole conversation with the piano man. You know, it was great. He had some great outlooks.
So
on
there
Bitcoin
is. I want to ask you a question. Did you already talk about Russia and the news that likely broke within the market makers' ears last night, but it did not break until early this morning, actually right before we went live? Did you talk about the gasoline?
I did not talk about this.
So here's what I think is going on. I think that Ukraine shutting off oil or natural gas transit to the European Union. Now Russia is not going to be able to export one of its biggest parts of its economy to the European Union, which during this whole conflict, Ukraine has been doing so for Russia. It has been released that starting January 1st of 2025, Ukraine is no longer going to be the pony moving Russia's materials over to the Ukraine. And this is looking to Putin like the announcement of the world against him in a world war scenario. So, you know, this is the dip we see happening from it. Yeah, you can talk about the candles. They go up sometimes. Oh my gosh, we saw it coming on the way down. This is the shit that drives me nuts about the average crypto influencer, is that they basically just put little arachnid lines every $2,000 on the chart, and then it'll hit the top one. They'll be like, see, I told you. Then it'll hit the bottom one. Like, see, I told you. There's so much fucking hot air out there on people that say they know everything. They had the lines, the maps just perfectly laid out. And really, you guys got to just take in mind the macroeconomic situation does play into the markets at large. What are they doing? The internet still consuming commerce, and the value of the internet and commerce online is still moving up and to the right. And not to mention the value of data. BJ, when the hell are you going to be calling in on this show, by the way?
Hi, BJ. How's it going?
I've been working on getting him to, because a lot of things have been happening with Cardano.
Oh, yes.
We got the midnight news, you know? So, I mean, there's a lot of things we talk about. I actually bought Cardano. I bought Cardano.
I remember you also have XRP. We talk about this almost every day.
I found the XRP. I've had the
Under your
XRP
couch
forever.
cushions.
I've had the XRP forever. So, yeah, that sounds exactly like douchebag used to be. That's exactly what I wanted to bring up to a lot of the people watching this. Is there's so much noise out there. I'm telling you, the average vast majority of trading experts are literally longing and shorting every single step along the way so that they can snapshot their wins. Okay, I am not doing that. I take pride in having an opinion about which way the markets are going, up or down, because if I'm a viewer that I'm just getting into crypto, I don't want to be told one thing and then they come and brag about the other thing happening the next day. It's just a little bit of an aggravating situation. So I just had to rant about that a little bit.
So yeah, you can have your rant. You're back here.
I feel
on
better.
the couch this time. It's kind of interesting. And also, if you aren't already, go ahead and follow the Druth.
Yeah. And you're on there too.
I'm on here.
Dude, I have Pepe people coming after me like crazy. Yellow Pepe people.
Which one was it? Was it this one right here?
I don't know. They're all over every single. I might buy this damn project. These people are unhinged. Yellow Pepe people.
Yeah, I know.
Go to yours. Isaac does crypto.
Here I am, guys. If you want to go ahead and follow me over here, Isaac Does Crypto. I'm still cooking. Goon for Hit Network. Co-host, a.k.a. today's host of today's blockchain. Basement, NFA, DYOR, IYKK, whatever. Yeah, one more K and I would have been fucked there. But anyways.
So what's next on the news? What do we got
What's
here?
next on the news? So as soon as you walked in, where did it go? Right here. I was talking about this. So from Linkto General, the Chainlink and Link token has officially joined ETH and Bitcoin in becoming one of the first publicly traded tokens on the NASDAQ.
This is some more extreme alpha here. This is extreme alpha that people don't acknowledge. And we covered it earlier, but go into this. Explain this to the average viewer, what we're looking at here.
So first off, I'm going to finish reading this right here. Just filed an S1 form with the SEC to create the NASDAQ Crypto Index US ETF. Now, crypto assets eligible for the inclusion in the ETF include Bitcoin, Ethereum, AVAX, Chainlink. We talk about all the time. Chainlink's one of Drew's biggest bags.
It is literally. I am heavily overexposed to Chainlink. That's,
I have a decently sized bag at Chainlink. I'll move this down so y'all can see a little more. Litecoin. I'm guessing that's what that is. What else do we have on here? That's it. Yeah.
But the main things that we're talking about here, and this is that filing. This is the first ETF that had an early final deadline. Okay, now it's moving forward, and it has the additional access that is being rumored to be added to the Hashdex ETF, Avalanche, Chainlink, and then Litecoin. So these are some pretty notable movements here, I would say, honestly, for anyone that is asking who's going to be the first altcoin to get listed in an ETF. You're looking at the testing ground for it right now with the Hashdex ETF index. Okay, and it's not that that's a specific ETF for them, but it is the proving ground. Now, later on in the year, this final deadline comes around February. But the other ones for Solana, they're like May, June, July. So I do expect actually to see Solana even get its own ETF next year.
And that would be very big considering it's under the $200 marker now. But again, we are just around the corner from alt season. We're 3 days away from altcoin season. It's right there, and obviously we've seen major pullbacks in Bitcoin. We've seen major pullbacks in our altcoins.
One thing notably on today, though, with the Bitcoin pullback, altcoins resurged a little bit harder.
They did,
and you may as well pull it up. I mean, I'm so excited about this trade. I'm still worried about trading altcoins too much compared to Bitcoin, but let's look at where the blood's at. This is a sale. This is a fire sale going on right now.
It changed from when we started. We have Uniswap down 6%. We have Helium down. We have Pepe down. Aptos. Pudgy Penguins.
Pudgy Penguins is still on the way down.
Yeah, I know. I actually want to take a look at this chart and see where we're at on this. Well, I'm gonna look at the all time. This is relatively newer. We had that pump up moment. It's kind of been down and choppy ever since. But not terrible. All right, and then I'm gonna refresh this thing. Go back to my downs. Yeah, and we have Dog Whip Hat down, Mantra down, Phantom, Uniswap. All these sales, these flash sales, Cronus, Crow Token.
So what did you buy today? You bought Drift, right?
I did not buy Drift, actually. I bought Bitcoin and I bought Aerodrome.
Okay. So, you're finally starting your Aerodrome journey. I like it.
I did. What did you buy today?
I printed a bunch of Tether. So I have not bought anything as of yet. It's been kind of a fast-moving day. I did see Dog on Runes had a really, really good pullback. Dog on Runes, that is one that I've been meaning to buy. I can't remember who reminded me to do it, but go to the let's go to like the year on this one. So we're falling to points that were previous resistance and support here at about the 006 level. So I don't necessarily hate seeing this pullback. Like, that is a nice pullback on Dog on Runes. Fell by 40. Look at that.
44%.
Look at that.
That's a grab. I actually might buy some of this.
So my laziness and my lateness actually might play into an amazing entry point on this one.
It might pay off. You might make a good chunk of money off a Dog.
Yeah.
This is a great pullback. 44%. It's not a pullback you typically see.
Right. And so there's something cool about Dog with Runes is like you have the Sheeb and the Doge, but it's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, meme coin / rune play on Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a very psychotic, pretty, in it to win it community. So I think I'm going to try a little bit of Dog on Runes, but also I got to pad out. I was looking at Aerodrome, trying to get it in the dollar range. I know it's at $1.40. It pumped back pretty aggressively. Avalanche back in the $30 range, looking pretty good to me. It was interesting to see Ondo. My Ondo position overtook my Aerodrome position. Now Ondo is my second biggest holding.
Actually,
yeah,
dang,
yeah, it happened pretty quick. And I guess it was because what I did is I moved a ton of profits out of ICP into Ondo, and my original buys on Ondo were like 40 cents, but then I hammered a lot more money into Ondo. I think at around 70 cents. So, just basically back up the truck moments. I understand DCA if you don't want to think about charts and things like that, but back up the trucks moments for me are tending to be the better things for me to do. Like extremes, fear, everyone's running for the hills. And then I just back the truck up and fill it up and then, ride it into the sunset. So
My average on Ondo was around like 60, 70 cents, but it wasn't enough Ondo.
yeah.
So that big pump didn't really do too much.
Something we're doing tonight.
Yeah.
I'm going to be filming it after the show is
Okay.
an Ondo price prediction. I'm going to be looking at the narrative trajectory. I'm going to be looking at the current market cap. I'm going to be highlighting the tokenomics behind it and all of the insiders that are going to be right near Donald Trump that might actually push this thing beyond the average person's expectation.
And that's
So.
exactly why you all should share this stream out and subscribe with those notifications on so you never miss videos like that. And while we're on this topic of our channel, we gotta mention our partners, Arculus Cold Storage Wallet. We just have a couple more days left where you can get one of these for 20% off. Use code BASE20. Get your Arculus card for 20% off.
We only have a few days left of that.
I know. We have a very short amount of time before that 20% off deal goes away. And also, if you're not trading with us, 2bit, link is in the description. Use code BASEMENT, capital BASEMENT, and become a member of our 2bit trading. And you can become a part of our trading competition.
I have a specific trading channel too. It just you'll see the dude with the stapler from The Office in there. I don't know if people are even paying attention to that, but I literally give the updates the moment that I put in a trade, what I'm doing with the stop losses, and yeah, I'm using stop losses. I know a lot of cool guys don't like to use them. I do. Shake me out of the trade, keep on going down, because in general we have watched a pretty consistent downturn on Bitcoin since 108. And honestly, I was able to catch from 98 to 102. Then it washed all the way back down. And my trading bag is actually getting it's getting up into the full percentile range, being a few percent of my overall trading bag. And I started it with a fraction of a percent.
Oh, yeah. You're like a quarter away now, or like a quarter of your trading positions are going to be minimum $1,000.
I mean, soon, man. That's the thing is I'm not exposing the whole bag in each trade anymore. I did start it that way when I was at $400 full port, but now that it's $5,000, 25% of it's still a sizable trade, and that's a good move during the day. But there's so many deals out there. Another one. Can you check out where Peak is? PEAQ. I really have been waiting to get Peak on sale here, and I do want to see. God, it's up on the days. Look at this.
I know, it's nuts.
Go to the 7-day. Still just range, and let's go to the year. Nice.
Nice. That's healthy.
I like that. I'm gonna get some Peak.
That's beautiful.
I've been meaning to get some Peak. So, yeah. And what's this question here? I want to see it.
I'm trying to find the question.
I'll scroll up. You keep going at the stories. I'll scroll up and see what it is.
Okay, so moving on here, we have danger in China. Do people understand? This is from Dan Tapiero. Second largest economy in the world is deflating now. Fed concerns on inflation wrong. Yes, that makes sense. Interest rates still too high in the U.S. and now fiscal policy will tighten. USD will strengthen. Liquidity coming to drive Bitcoin. 200K next year. That's either way it's going to happen. Bitcoin's going to hit $200,000. And maybe had this from Zero Hedge. The last time China had a 1-year bond traded below 1%, Lehman had just filed for bankruptcy. Bond market convinced Beijing about to unleash mother of all monetary stimulus and or QE. Commodities so far unaware. So Drew, I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on this.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about yesterday. Remember with the bond, the bond value falling.
Yeah.
Remember that graph going straight down.
Yeah.
So it's getting harder and harder for the Chinese government to sell their bonds. Okay, and now this monetary stimulus, quantitative easing, of course, the basement beat these guys to the punch when calling out that this was coming. But monetary easing is not going to be insulated to China. It's going to be spilling over to US, Canada, especially Russia. You see a lot of different nations, not only just the United States with our problems, but like the India, I think it's a ruble. You have the yen, you have the Russian. What is the Russian fiat currency? I can't even remember, but they're all falling off of a cliff right now. So they're going to have to print their way out of it. And, people thinking that this whole constriction of the M2 money supply is going to happen and it's going to keep on going down. You're seeing a time frame where they're sort of having to act like they're going to be responsible before they just turn the printers on and go absolutely batshit. I did see the question up here. Will Bitcoin go below its current levels? Now,
as current levels where we're sitting at now at 96.
No, I think he's asking at 92. Is that 92.5 kind of the floor?
Well, I think that 92 spot was where it bounced off of 92 pretty hard. I don't think we're going to be going below 92.
You want to hand me that computer real quick? Yeah, I'll unplug it here because I definitely want to answer this visually. Oh, Jesus. Well, I drank most of it, thankfully.
Okay.
See, now I'm going 100 miles a minute. All right, let's go. So, where is TradingView? I am? Oh, okay, cool. All right, let's go. So, we got the weekly. When you're asking about, is this the bottom? Is the pain over with? Let's just take a look at what just happened here. Let's condense this a little bit. So this is honestly, it's a pretty strong pullback. We have it coming down by about 14%. And this is the time frame of December, obviously. Let's see here. Now, I want to click this and undo that. We go to the previous cycle and we check out, because we did have a very similar price action movement at the same time last bull market. Go here. I think I spilled water on the computer, so it's losing its mind right now.
Workouts.
Yeah, I gave it pre-workout. Hold on. What did I do to this thing? I'm just going to refresh. Bear with me here, because this is a very, very important question. A lot of people are asking the same thing. Did not save. Oh, God. It did it again. Did I do it? We're going to TradingView on a new tab. We're going to TradingView. My hands are sticky. Palms are sweaty. Let's go. Now we go here to the weekly. So I just showed you. We had a 14% pullback from top to bottom in that situation we just saw with Bitcoin. But on December of the bull market leading up to the bull year, as you can see, something looks very, very similar here. And this time frame is actually coming in right at the beginning of January, but 4-year cycles are 3 years and 11 months, right? So generally, this is actually the same time frame in terms of the 4-year cycle. You have to kind of shift your mindset when it comes to counting years in crypto when you're a 4-year cycle maxi. But this downturn, let's go from top to bottom, was down by a total of 29%. That is quite a big pullback. So in essence, what I will say is that as long as we do not go down, it's more so about the Fibonacci sequence, okay? You see the move up through the Fibonacci sequence and then slight tests within this range to prove it as support. If you're backed up and you're looking at this forest through the trees, we have not broken down into the center point of the range yet. The center point of this range, in my view, comes at around $85,000. As long as Bitcoin holds right there at that 92,000 spot as its prove it as support level. And this is something we talked about on the channel quite a bit. We highlighted how you overperform into the red. Oh, Control Z. You overperform into the red zone, and then you come back down and prove it as support. This is in essence what I think we're seeing right now. And as long as we do not break down to the halfway point of this Fibonacci sequence, I think all engines are a go. And really, my line in the sand for watching out in case I will actually start looking for shorts if we break down to the $85,000 level. As it sits right now, market structure is sound. And I do think that $90,000 is the floor for Bitcoin. So just to answer your question visually there, because that's a very valid question. A lot of people are like, is this the end of it? Did we just peak? $108,000 looked amazing on the numbers. That's a lot of numbers. Is that the top? I'm still bullish on $200,000 to $240,000 this.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. Now moving on here. I've been meaning to cover this story when I pulled it up really because it's fabulous. Luigi Mangoni, the CEO killer, is now in the same Brooklyn prison as Sean Diddy Combs and Sam Bankman-Fried.
Very bullish.
So, is this the Diddy party we've been waiting for?
You know, why do they have like the special operations? It looked like special operators were walking Luigi around.
Yeah.
And why does he need so much security for this scrawny guy who just got aggravated at the insurance industry and blasted a dude in his back? Like, is he really that big? Is he Hannibal Lecter? Are we really going to treat this guy like Hannibal Lecter? It seems a little staged, and, you know, maybe there's they're probably just going to a pretty prominent prison, but it is kind of crazy that the like Sam Bankman-Fried, P. Diddy, and now Luigi are all at the same prison. Maybe they'll start a meme coin and it'll go to 100 billion. Who knows?
Yeah, it could. At most meme coins will go to 100 billion. I want to pull this up real quick because I got in a stupid meme coin.
Oh yeah, what is that meme coin you got into?
It's called. I didn't even care that much about it that I don't even remember the name.
Was it Don't Prove?
It was
Prove Mom Wrong.
Prove Mom Wrong. Let me pull this BS up real quick. Golly.
Oh God.
Jeez, $257,000. It did die. It kind of did die.
Dead.
Basically, some kid rugged a project using his mom for clout or whatever, and he made an apology video, and so they came out with "Prove Mom Wrong" on Solana,
and they
so I put
that.
$15 into it because I don't give a shit, and I was bored. And here we are. We're at $259,000 market cap. I bought it like $500,000 market cap, so I'm
down bad.
I'm down bad.
I'm glad there's a lesson to be learned in the approach here to it, though, because when you saw it, it was a few $100,000 market cap.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these meme coins go to like $60 million for no good reason at all, other than just funny posts and stuff like that. And so you approached it with $15, $30, you know,
$15.
That's the kind of exposure I wish people would take. And I hear a lot of horror stories about people dropping $1,000 into something like that. They're usually gone within a day. So, you know, with that being said, that kind of plays into my approach on meme coins. If you're looking for things that just got minted, just a small amount of money, man. It doesn't take a lot of money. If you want to go overexpose yourself on a meme coin that's 24 hours old, you will get wrecked. If you diamond hand that, you will get wrecked. I'm not saying this with any unsurety. Even the ones that are doing really well right now, they will go to zero. So with that being, I'm sorry to, you know, rain on anyone's parade that thinks that a meme coin is going to continue going up into the right. But I see this cycle after cycle, and they're just the new squeeze. They get pumped up, and then they get wrecked. So.
And shout out to Luke here. $15. The fuck? Get your money up. That sounds like someone who wants to lose their money in stupid meme coins. Papa Guth, I did not expose myself. Okay.
Are you exposing yourself under the table right now?
No, I'm fully clothed. I can stand up if y'all would like. But
what is this shirt you're wearing?
It's a.
Don't even say it. Don't even go there.
I was cold. Okay.
Don't even go there.
I was cold.
I
put on said shirt.
Yeah.
That I'm not going to say the name to. Moving on. Gosh.
Yeah.
Earlier today, the Georgia Court of Appeals removed Fulton DA Fani Willis and her office from the Trump election interference case. Now this bullish for Trump and his team.
Yes.
He's
Also bullish for Georgia, though, don't you think?
Yeah, I know. You don't get a lot of crazy news in Georgia unless someone dies.
Well, Atlanta, I mean, it's...
Yeah, exactly, in Atlanta. Yeah. But, yeah, it's big news for Georgia, big news for Trump. She's out of a job now.
Can we please... I think she's still in place as the DA in Georgia, isn't she? I'm pretty sure she is.
You know what? I'm gonna pull this down if you want to give some more thoughts on this, and I'm going to
look it up. Look if she is still the DA, because honestly, there's been so much controversy behind this woman. She has like some male cohort / lover that was on the run for a period of time for questioning. And when you really look at the rule of law for an entire state being led up by someone that is as questionable as Fani Willis is at this point, it really makes you wonder what the hell is going on in the minds of the police officers that are having to work for that broad. Where is she at? Is she still?
She's still the DA.
Jesus Christ.
But she's not on the Trump case anymore.
Oh my God.
So that's good news, right?
Oh my God.
She should be removed from the DA.
She literally should not be the
She should not have a job here.
No.
But she does. At least she was removed from the Trump case. That's what matters most here.
It's aggravating. Maybe that'll get fixed up.
Now, Coinbase, the future of money is already here and it's on chain. Stable coins went viral in 2024. 73% USDC market cap growth in 2024. 193 billion all-time high in stablecoin market cap. 27.1 trillion stablecoin transactions settled in 2024.
Just a small amount.
That's a very small amount.
Yeah, just a tiny amount.
It's not like we're going mainstream with crypto or anything like that.
Now, and you think about the middleman fee, like the fees involved with this and the transaction throughput. Banks see this and they see how fast the money is flowing within crypto. These metrics on the yearly for 2024 are going to spark an arms race with banks. That is what that data that Isaac just showed you is going to do. It's going to spark an arms race of banks that want to get involved with stablecoin issuance and transfers in some way. That's where the whole regulatory tug of war gets. But at large, they see money to be made in the transactions. It's happening. They're going to find their piece of the pie.
I'm here for it. The collapse of the banks and crypto on top is here for. Now we have this from DGen News. Great account. If you're not following, you should go ahead and follow them. Trump crypto project WorldFi Liberty continues to purchase Ethereum. Now that's big because we see Ethereum had to pump up moment to that $4,000 level, but it crashed right back down. And all the ETH people are definitely sad that their bags are not pumping.
I like that World Liberty Fi is buying the dip though. You know, they're just building up the portfolio for World Liberty Fi. I am interested to see. You know, something that's been interesting for me to watch is World Liberty Fi stacking wrapped Bitcoin. And I've said it, but people knew, coming into crypto, they might not have heard this, but World Liberty Fi might be the testing ground for a government-driven DeFi summer. We might see a government interest in staking and earning yield through crypto through the testing I think is going on there. So we'll see where it goes, but that's where we see Coinbase kind of got Binance's narrative out of the way with that DOJ move, and now we see a Trump-connected World Liberty Fi stacking. Honestly, it feels like he watches the show. He's buying Ethereum.
He definitely does.
Ondo, Chainlink, ENA, Athena. Athena is probably one that we need to see how far it fell down.
Yeah,
Athena, I've been waiting for an entry point on too, and it might actually be a good time to get Athena. But really fading the portfolio of what World Liberty Fi is buying first and foremost, I think is actually kind of a good approach to this market for 2025. Anyone that's underselling Trump's involvement or conversation about Bitcoin is fooling themselves. He's made it very, very clear that he's going to be paying close attention to the price of Bitcoin and ensuring that as much Bitcoin as possible is made in the United States. Where is ENA at right now?
ENA right now is sitting at $1.09. Had a little bit. I want to see this little right here. Top of this wick right here. Down to the bottom of this wick.
35%?
Yeah, 36.52% of a move down before it bounced off that bottom of that wick and is now sitting here. Man. That's a good little move. It's on the daily. I don't think it's a buying opportunity for me yet because pump up. I want to see a little bit more of a downside turn on this, especially since everything else is kind of giving a major discount.
Yeah,
but not a bad project overall.
Look at this chart though. I mean, look at this graph. That's a cup and handle. It's probably by TA standards gonna calm down for a minute, but honestly, seeing that aggressive swoop back up, and you're not really missing out on much at these current levels. No. But this thing is resurging very aggressively. It's at a $3.2 billion market cap. We have Paul Atkins coming in, who's on the board to securitize. It's going to get crazy, man. I think ENA, Ondo, I got hiccups now.
No, you're good.
I think that those assets, a $3 billion market cap, I'm not going to be surprised to see it at $20-30 billion in 2025. So I'm going to be stacking.
Jeez. Good over there?
Yeah.
You going to survive?
I'm fine.
Okay, good. Good. I'm glad. Now, Now this. Breaking from unusual whales. Team behind Hawk meme coin tried to hawk to a girl sued for alleged security law violations. 12 plaintiffs who invested in Hawk collectively experiencing a financial loss of $151,000 brought the complaint forward and requested a jury trial. She has not posted on X since its launch. Memes about this. She hasn't been awake for a couple weeks now.
She actually posted right before we went live.
She posted right before we
She
went live?
posted right before we went live. I didn't get a chance to put it on the computer, but she did post. She's saying that she's willing to work with authorities. She's awake now, so she had a really good beauty sleep.
Yeah.
She hawked to it on that thing. She spat on another thing.
She woke up.
Then she woke up. It's kind of like the morning hello.
Yeah, the morning
then
hello
here she
with
is.
the feds at your door. Knocking like, let me in.
Yeah.
You did some things, but now she needs to talk to a judge.
Oh, that was good.
Real soon. Thank you. Thank you.
Really
I
good.
appreciate that. But holy cow. What a show today. This was hectic.
Yeah,
I
man.
loved it.
I'm really
Great.
proud of you, dude.
I appreciate
You
it.
held it down, bro.
Yeah, you had me going. You're like, you texted and you said, I'm going to be here at 12:20. It's like
Oh, I know.
12:46. I'm like, we're still going.
You know what though? I
It's great.
remember when I started hosting the show, it was like a year and a half ago. TJ just had to stand up and handle some real serious business. Right. The show was going to stop. I stood up out of that studio stick chair right
Yep.
there. Show the empty shot of the chair. Show the empty shot of the chair.
Right there.
Right there. I was sitting right there. I stood up, got to where you're sitting right now. I appreciate you stepping up to the plate, bro. You know,
I appreciate it.
I come in even when I'm freaking sick as hell.
Yeah.
Today I was just trapped in this line. I had to do what I had to do. I did not go buy a sports car. I can't get a sports car until the kids are a little older, dude, because they're going to scratch it. They're going to scratch it. No matter what I get, they're going to ruin it.
I mean, me and my siblings are like, my sister's 12. There's scratches all over all of our cars.
See, that terrifies me,
So-
bro. Like, when does it stop? Isaac effing killed it today. Look at
I
Adam
appreciate
P.
you, Adam P. That was great. I mean, it means a lot. You know, my heart was racing for a while. You know, I got into the groove of it, and I was like, okay, this is better.
Yeah.
I'm doing good. And I talked to the Matty B. He was like, hype me up. We talked about my origin story.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was pretty
You
cool.
have an interesting origin
I
story.
know. I have.
Look at how far you've come in crypto knowledge in like a year's time, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
Sitting at the Druth's desk.
Yeah. It's been awesome to see you grow up and fucking grow up, man. You know?
And well, here's to the basement. Here's to the people. Adam P. Thank you again for that $10 super chat. Shady Bandito, Cali Crypto Dude, Blanks. I'm pretty sure I said it. Captain Gary 88, Crypto Stevo, Tony Rojas, Nate, Papa Gooth, Fade and Tradfi, Alden, C90, Nicole Ministator, Manawalk, the orgy story. That's correct.
Yep.
And
Hey, man, hold on. Manawalk, we got to go golfing. We got to go
Yeah.
golfing with
he was
Manawalk.
supposed to come here this week.
He's coming next week.
Next week?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all again.
Yeah.
So, well, it's Friday. I kind of forgot it was Friday. Fat Fox, thank you again. Brian Wow, sufficient enough. Yeah. So,
Look at all the love.
look at all the love.
Look at all the love.
But I hope y'all have an amazing weekend. Alt season starts Monday. I want to
Ugh.
put that out there. That's crazy to think about, right? And until next time, double A out.